Love's Embrace by Robin Collins. The answer to attaining presence is to close your eyes, go within, and find the deep, peaceful ground of being that does not move. Remember, it's not the words here that you listen to, but it's the awareness that is aware of the listening. The words hold meanings and thoughts and sensations which arise in the mind, but they change, they come and they go. And they have done this for as long as we can remember. Sensations are the same. They are triggered from past memories or events, just like our thoughts. Every person has a different version of an event dependent on their conditioned beliefs. So we become identified with our body based on our beliefs and our thoughts. And who we believe we are, or who I am, becomes the entire focus of either a distraction or a positive event in life. Who I am can identify us in two ways. For example, I am beautiful or I am beauty. They can be identified in a different way. One identifies, I am beautiful, identifies as a personal relationship, whereas the second is a subjective expression of oneness. More examples are, I am peaceful, which is an object, or I am peace, which is subject. I am loving, object, or I am love, subject. I shouldn't, I haven't, I went, I did, object. I am, subject. It's me or it's mine are also expressions of the personal identifications based on the self-image of me to communicate who we believe we are in the eyes of others. Yet what others see will be the interpretation of their ideas and their own conditioning anyway. And there is a saying that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And therefore, how we all see things in life are all different. The I is aware consciousness, the awareness, the subject. The am is presence. So this is consciousness that is present. And then that's followed with what we choose to identify with as form and action, as the object. Your I am-ness is aware presence, that which observes itself as conscious presence, and then as presence in action. No matter how perfect we try to get the I or the me, we will forever be missing our true self. Not the self made up of the things of I or me, but the self that is seeing this all occur. We are always looking for the movement of the mind to identify with. I, thoughts, feelings and responsibles that I or me is reflected. Then it's our next reaction. Yet there are moments when we forget our identifications and we're actually at peace. For example, when we're asleep at night, when we meditate, when we're doing art, dancing, playing music, or chanting, when we're not identified with our thoughts or the body, we experience a sense of peace and happiness and freedom. When we don't have to think about the body, we are free from it and free from all of its baggage. That's why we find participating in activities that take our mind off our thoughts and bodies or how we feel give us a temporary sense of relief. When our attention is diffused and detached from the self, we experience peace. What is it that notices all of the sensory data that still goes on amidst the dance or the chant? What is it that is watching the thoughts, the sensations, the feelings, the hearing and the sounds? This one that notices is your true I am-ness, your aware presence, your true soul. This part of the self does not move. It doesn't come and go, whereas all of the other experiences are temporary movements and doings in the field that is already at peace. All the other things arise, stay for a while and then leave. Or better still, they fall back into the space of consciousness. This space is not an object. It is eternal, infinite, divine love consciousness. The mystifying enigma of this so-called awareness is also called spirit and soul. And although this might be a new concept introduced to your mind, there has always been something curious that was wanting to see what these words that you read or that you listen to are pointing to. Here's another exercise. Bring into memory the first day that you started at school. See yourself as that little boy or girl. Were you excited? Or were you scared? What now is watching the vision in your mind? What is it that's aware of the sensations that arise in your body when you pull up that memory that's stored? Although the mind has the memory stored in order to bring it back into your awareness to tell the story about it again, it has to be the part of you that is the observer. Just like when you're watching a movie on a screen, on the TV in front of you. When you watch your favourite TV movie, you're not in the TV, nor are you the channel it is being played from. You are the one watching, the observer. This is the same analogy of witnessing and watching yourself. Now, when you put your attention on that witness, on the observer, on the awareness, it lights up, because it is what is also called your light body, which is your vibrational frequency of consciousness itself. At times throughout this book, you may even think, I don't understand this, or it's a bit hard to understand. But I ask you, what is it that's present that notices the thought, I don't understand this? You might answer, it's me or it's my mind. But it's the biochemistry that has learnt thought and words that belong to the body. And that's true. But the awareness isn't the body. Sure, the body has thoughts, but the awareness isn't affected by the thoughts. The awareness is not the body or the thoughts. The body experiences pain, but pain doesn't touch awareness. You will learn to understand that in knowing and trusting in the mystery of awareness, instead of your conditioned mind, you will realize this is the way that life was truly meant to be. Here's another example. See yourself dressed up, all special. Now see yourself dressed up in old, tattered clothes. Who is seeing these images? The awareness that is aware of these images that are arising on the screen of your mind isn't either dressed up or dressed down. It's only our self-identification, our self-identification, that labels and reacts to the self-image. How we fixate on the human form is where we instantly separate ourselves from consciousness. I repeat, how we fixate on the human form is where we instantly separate from consciousness. Remember that thoughts belong to the mind and the body. And whilever you believe those thoughts, you won't be free. There will be a few more recordings coming from Love's Embrace. The entire book itself will be available to you soon in the future. But if you can comment on the YouTube clip below and let me know if you've enjoyed the Love's Embrace introduction recording, then I'll be able to work towards publishing the book as soon as possible so that you can continue to read this beautiful information for yourself. But in the meantime, keep on listening. There will be also more recordings on my webpage, www.robincollins.com.au, on my Facebook page, or my Infinite Soul Series Facebook page as well. There will be always ongoing meditations and recordings to assist you to this beautiful, unfolding and powerful opportunity of living the most grand and exciting life that is available to us all in this wonderful time of awakening of humanity on the planet, awakening to the evolutionary love revolution. Thank you all, and I'll look forward to talking to you again soon. Big love and blessings. Robin.